Hi, how you doing? If you're watching this pre-recorded on YouTube, you're here before the chat got here, you sick fucking freak. You also got here after the chat got here, which makes no sense. But you did. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's let a couple more people roll in, and then we're going to dive into this. We got a lot to cover today, folks, and not a lot of time to cover it. I'll let a couple more people roll in. Hi, how you doing? How you doing? What's up? How you doing? WMD suspect? That's a very sus name. My lord. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We've got breaking news regarding India and Pakistan. Growing tensions. We've got a lot of bombs being tossed. We got the Air Force. We got dead civilians. We got, the whole fucking shebang. It looks like Israel and Pakistan, too. Electric Boogaloo just kicked off, so we're going to check that out. You cut your hair. I did cut my hair. How you doing, Romania? Welcome, welcome. How's your day? My day is very good. My day is very good. Thank you for asking. I hope your guys' day was going pretty well. We're almost at the view count that I want before I got started. India, not Israel. Sorry. Jesus Christ. Thank you for catching that. Dude, you could tell where my fucking mind is at. I mean, that's the thing, guys. Every day, there's something. There's always fucking something. And today, it's India and Pakistan. I have played the Oblivion Remastered. Okay, we've got the view count that I want. We're going to get this going. We're going to get this puppy going, okay? I'm not going to be live for too long, folks. I'm talking 45 minutes to an hour. I want to cover what I know about the India-Kashmir crisis. Thank you so much for the donation, Lillian. Hope your week is going well. Thank you for the content. Thank you for the $5 donation. Real quick, guys, if this is your first time here, welcome to the Valenti broadcast. I am your perfect and humble leader, Chris Valenti. This is real independent media. That's why I'm just a douchebag with a Logitech camera with a cat. So if you want to help support the channel financially, there's a couple of ways you could do it. You could do what Lillian just did by donating money. You could also become a patron on Patreon for $5. You could become a member on YouTube for $5. You could buy some dope-ass Valenti Videos merch, and you can use that 40% off discount for the Vantage subscription on Ground News. All of that located in the description. But without further ado, I think we just dive in. Huh? You guys want to dive into the quick little bit of the news? You guys are going to get the spiel because you're here live, and then we're going to start recording, okay? So... Mic is low. Thank you for informing me. Let me crank that fucker up. It's the gain. I know what it is. Hold on. Filters. Edit filters. Gain. How is that? Let me lower it even more. How about a 2.0 gain? How are we doing with that? Is that better? Do I sound better? Do I sound better? Ladies and gentlemen. A lot better? A lot better? Thank you. I'm going to change the gain just one more time then. We're going to go to 0.0. All right, how's that? Is that better? Come with me. Down a hair, down a hair. We're going to splash it down right there. That's going to be our volume. That's going to be the standard. This right here is the standard. How's the standard? Do I sound better? Are we good? Are we good, folks? Are we good? You gotta let me know if we're good, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta let me know if we're good. Oh, this fucking mic, dude. I never don't have an issue with this mic. All right. Good? Good? Good to go? Will you answer a few questions about important issues facing our nation? No. Fuck off and suck my dick. I'm not answering. That was a text I just got, probably from a Democrat pollster, and not going to happen. All right. So here's what we're going to cover. Firstly, we got a 10-minute clip from CNN. This is from yesterday, actually. Then we're going to cover a little bit of News Nation's coverage, a little bit of this. What do we got here? Tensions are growing between India and Pakistan. I want Trump's response. Trump questioned about India and Pakistan. They'll probably have that. We'll probably be able to find that on X. Let me find this on X or Twitter. My bad. Trump, India, Pakistan. Oh boy, here we go. This is Trump's fault. No, I just wanted to get Trump's fucking reaction to it. He's the goddamn president of the United States. I'll tell you right now, very clearly and straightforwardly, I don't think Donald Trump has anything to do with this, with India and Pakistan. Donald Trump, no. The United States of America, absolutely, we play a role. This is much more so in the fault of the British, though. But let's, when in doubt, turn to X. Yeah, no, so we've got this. Let me see if this is the right clip here.
Any questions for Steve?
Mr. President, do you have any reaction to the attacks between India and Pakistan?
No, it's a shame. We just heard about it just as we were walking in the doors of the Oval. Just heard about it. I guess people knew something was going to happen.
No, this motherfucker couldn't point India or Pakistan out on a map, let alone Kashmir. Are you fucking out of your mind?
Based on a little bit of the past.
I don't think this motherfucker could point out Ohio on a map. I'm being so dead ass. I'm being so fucking dead ass. Give this motherfucker a blank map of the U.S. and ask him to point to Ohio.
Yes, they've been fighting for a long time. You know, they've been fighting for...
Fuck it, dude. Dead ass. Give him a map of Earth and ask him to point out North America. I bet I guarantee you he picks Canada. Granted, that's North America, but like, I guarantee you he pokes on Canada and goes, that's North America, thinking it's the United States. Guaranteed.
Many, many decades and centuries, actually, if you really think about it.
Okay, so we have Trump's reaction. I'm not fucking paying for this, bro. One new update. What's the new update? Landmark trade agreement with the UK. Shut the fuck up. Modi's deadly bomb in Pakistan goes to the heart of it. Shut the fuck up. I don't care about that. All right. So we've got this. I don't really care about this too much. I want Trump's reaction to it. And then, how about some coverage on Modi? Yeah, let's get Modi. Where's his wiki? And what's the name of the leader of India? Oh, sorry, that is Modi. What's the leader of Pakistan? Leader of Pakistan. Also, no new pope? Yeah, no new pope. Who's the current leader of Pakistan? Because didn't they have like a fucking coup d'etat? Essentially, they had like a rigged election. Yeah, we're going to do the Trump Truth Social check as well. Don't worry. I know the current leader of Pakistan is like a Islamic fundamentalist. Zardari. Okay. All right. 1 and 2. Okay. Let's start recording. What is up, ladies, gentlemen, and NBs? Welcome to the latest episode of the Valenti VOD. I'm your perfect and humble leader, Chris Valenti, and we have some insane breaking news today. It looks like India and Pakistan are at war. And note, I want you to understand that both of those nations are nuclear-powered nations. How are we doing with the frames? We good on the frames? We good on the frames? I think we are. Yeah. Let me restart that. Low frame rate there. Let me restart that. What is up, ladies, gentlemen, and NBs? Welcome to the Valenti VOD. I'm your perfect and humble leader, Chris Valenti, and we've got some breaking news for you. It looks like India and Pakistan are going to war. These two nations have been feuding with each other for decades, if not fucking centuries. And note, these are both nuclear-powered nations. They both have nuclear weapons. And things are starting to escalate. I think the last time things were about this bad were in like 1999. See, India and Pakistan, they have clashes on their border a lot, but usually those clashes are with melee weapons. They have like a written agreement where they can't use explosives, including firearms, but they can just beat the shit out of each other with like swords and bats. But out of nowhere, I think it was 2 days ago now, today is May 7th, 2025, about 2 days ago, a group of Islamic fundamentalist Wahhabist terrorists crossed over the border into India and slaughtered like 26 tourists, some of which Indians, some of which people from foreign nations. But note what I'm telling you, these were terrorists. This was not the military of Pakistan. These were not people who were sent by the government of Pakistan. These were terrorists, sort of like how World War I, right? The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand, that wasn't done by the Serbian government. That was done by a terrorist within Serbia, part of the Black Hand, which was a terrorist organization. Or, I mean, fucking, dude, 9/11. Dude, 9/11 wasn't orchestrated by the nation of Saudi Arabia, I think, allegedly. But a lot of those terrorists were from Saudi Arabia. So, again, this is not a new event in terms of what we're seeing. But India's response is much like every other giant nation's response when they get hit by a terrorist attack, which is to blame the nation in and of itself. So India responded and started bombing the ever-loving fuck out of Pakistan, and then killed a whole bunch of civilians. They even admitted themselves, India, they said, none of our targets are military targets. We're targeting, quote-unquote, like terrorist hubs, and most of the victims so far have been civilians. And we're seeing the same thing conversely with Pakistan. They unleashed the Air Force into India and vowed to have this I don't even know what word they use, something like, earth-shattering response or whatnot. But it's important to note real quick, guys, that right here, here's Narendra Modi. This is the leader, the prime minister of India. And I understand he looks like a very peaceful guy here, but we're talking about a, Hindu fundamentalist, extremely far-right government. That's what India is, okay? And conversely, for Pakistan, we've got this guy here, Asif Ali Zardari, who is the 14th president of Pakistan. And over in Pakistan, they don't really have free and fair elections. They had a very clearly rigged election, and they're dealing with their own civil war right now with Islamic fundamentalists on their northern border with Afghanistan. So the same terrorists that crossed the border to attack India have already been attacking Pakistan. And yet, Pakistan and its people are going to be blamed for the attacks of a bunch of terrorists embedded within their nation, which is, a tale as old as fucking time. But we've got CNN's coverage on this because they've got boots on the ground, and we're gonna look at their coverage of it. But just so you know, before we do, I want you to understand there's I know we're losing frame rates. We're gonna get them back. Before we watch that coverage, I don't want you to fret. Our humble and perfect leader, President Donald John Trump, he's already been asked about this. Let's hear his coverage.
Any questions for Steve?
Mr. President, do you have any reaction to the attacks between India and Pakistan?
No, it's a shame. We just heard about it just as we were walking in the doors of the Oval. Just heard about it. I guess people knew something was going to happen based on a little bit of the past. They've been fighting for a long time. They've been fighting for many, many decades and centuries, actually, if you really think about it. No, I just hope it ends very quickly. Any questions?
So don't forget, this is also the guy who said that he was going to be so powerful as the president that he would be able to end the war in Ukraine on day one, and he would be able to end the war in Israel on day one. I know we're losing frame rates. I have a fucking potato PC. This is why it's so important for you guys to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. It costs you nothing, and it helps me immensely. And also, please donate to the channel so we can get a new fucking PC. But without further ado, I think we dive into this CNN coverage, all right? Frame rates, come back.
Welcome to The Brief. I'm Jim Sciutto in New York. We begin early today with breaking news. India launching a military operation targeting what it calls terrorist infrastructure inside Pakistan and Pakistan-administered Kashmir. Those the sounds of explosions during those strikes. India says it struck 9 targets.
This is my PC. I have far too much shit stored on there, but how's the frame rate?
Are Pakistani military facilities. A Pakistani military spokesperson says the country will respond to those attacks, adding that at least 3 people have been killed in the Indian strikes. This comes after gunmen killed 26 people in Indian-administered Kashmir last month. India blamed Pakistan for those attacks. Nick Robertson is live now in Islamabad, and it's worth reminding our viewers that these are 2 nuclear-armed nations that have fired at each other before. Tell us what the situation is now and concerns about escalation now.
There's a real concern about escalation. Pakistan vowed that if India attacked, that they would respond. That was part of their military doctrine. They believe...
What, are we losing frames? We're losing frames? God damn. Hold on. Hold on, guys. We're having technical issues.